Hello, I've recently replaced one of the parking sensors on my Volkswagen ID.3. Mine is a 2022 model, and it's also the kind with just 4 sensors at the front. Some models have 6 sensors at the front, but I think my instructions should be quite similar, whichever kind of Volkswagen you have. Now I could see from the display that one of the corner sensors was faulty, and I've seen plenty of videos showing how to replace the middle 2 ones, which are quite easy to get to, but I wasn't sure whether I could replace the corner ones. Well, it can be done, and it's not too awkward. Firstly, you'll probably want to turn the steering in the direction of the sensor you're replacing to give yourself a bit of space. Mine's on the left, so I've done a hard lock to the left. Then I used a T25 Torx driver to remove about 5 screws from the wheel arch cover. That enables me to get in as well as I can get in, which isn't actually that well. I've used a bungee looped around some of the suspension to hold the wheel arch cover back so I can work in that space. I didn't come across any high voltage wires and didn't get any electric shocks working in this area, and there's a fair bit of space inside. It's just there's not a lot of space to access that space. So give yourself a bit of time to do it. Have something soft to kneel on as well, and be prepared for a bit of swearing. You'll probably need both hands and a torch in there. Annoyingly, there's pretty much nothing metal in that area, so if your torch is magnetic, there's just nothing to stick it to. If you've got a clip-on light, that would be very useful. Removing the sensor from the hole where it pokes through to the outside world is quite easy. There's a bit you push up and a bit you push down, and you can just push it out from the front and pull it from the back. That's quite easy. The grey clip is a bit harder. You may find that's easier to do while it's still clipped into position, or you may want to take it out and hold onto it maybe with some pliers. The whole problem is there's not much space to get both arms through to work in that area. Once the grey clip is pushed up, it's a matter of pulling the plug out. There's not any more clips involved. I found it quite a tug to remove it, and the wires are quite short, so you can't get the whole unit out where you could easily work on it. You've got to reach inside that wheel arch. I ended up holding onto it with pliers and wiggling until they came apart. After that, it's just a matter of plugging in the new one, which is probably easier than unplugging the old one, and clicking it back into position. There are several different versions with like an A, B, C or D at the end. My replacement had an A at the end of the serial number, and my original one didn't, but the supplier assured me that it was compatible, and thankfully it was. Interestingly, the new one had a right angle connector, and the old one had a straight connector, but it works. And also interestingly, my new one seems to be upside down, but it also seems to work alright. Initially when I put it in, my display showed that there was no sensors at all at the front, which suggests that it wasn't plugged in properly. Either that or it's entirely dud. I was relieved to find when I went in again and unplugged it and plugged it in again that everything's working fine. So that was quite a relief. But I figure if it really is £450 to replace this, I've saved myself £420 by buying a £30 one off eBay. So I hope that's inspired you to have a go. Thanks for listening.